Hi, everybody, and welcome to Traveling with Russell, and welcome to a new live stream, and welcome to the weekend here in Moscow, Russia, the 6th of January, 2024. It's just gone 3:15 here on Saturday, or 3:19 actually, so depending on where you are in the world, we're in the middle of the afternoon. It's actually incredibly cold today. It's probably not as cold as it was. And my wife is calling exactly as the live stream starts. Cuckoo. Oh, as well. Okay, no worries. Okay, no worries. Cuts out then. Okay, no worries. Thanks. Okay. Пока, пока. No, I'm not. Okay. Bye. Okay, let's get back to regular scheduling. My wife just called to say that there's a possibility there might be a power cut for our building because they're working on something in the street nearby. So there's a slim possibility everything will just stop working. So we'll kind of soldier on, I guess is the term. And we'll see how we go. There's a few people already here live. I'm sorry if it does just cut out magically. There's nothing I can do about the power if it goes out. My wife is just at work at the moment, and she just called to say there's a possibility the power may go off. It may go off. It hasn't gone off. It's been on for weeks on end, and exactly when I do the live stream, it might go off. Just want to say hello to a few people already here in the chat. Andrea. Hello, Russell. Hello. TW. Hello. Buckeye Gordon, how old is that photo of you? It is a couple of years old. When we were in Australia last month, we did actually walk on that same bridge. It was taken on a bridge in a place called Mandurah, about an hour south of Perth. I'm not sure how many years old it is. It's a few years, but it's not that old. It's only a few years old. You're late, says Johnny. Yes, I'm sorry. I was a couple of seconds late because I was thinking my wife was going to call before the live stream started, but she called afterwards. And Johnny's in Thailand. I guess with Johnny Bangkok as the name, I assume you were there as well. So yeah, hope Thailand's nice and warm. Actually, it's cold today. It's not as cold as it's been the last lot of days. I just thought I'd bring up the weather right here. If anybody wants to see it on my phone, it's minus 14 outside, and the real feel is minus 19. So it is a little bit cold. Tomorrow they're expecting minus 21, and then overnight minus 27. That's Celsius. So depending on where you are in the world, we did actually have colder weather through the week. It got down to minus 25, minus 26. This is Moscow region. We're about an hour from the center of Moscow, so it was a little bit chilly. Mix of hello, 30 degrees in Thailand. Oh, thank you, Johnny. Nice and warm. Hello, Malani. Hello, how are you? Good to see you here. No power, possibly no power. Let's see. If we can get through the live stream with power, it's good. If we can't, we can't. They're actually working on the heating for our building, or somebody's working on it. So, and then my wife just got a call. I do have orange drink today. So let's hope we're all good. Hello, Nancy from West Virginia. Oh, gosh, wrong one. How are we going in West Virginia? How about positive weekend? Yes. I actually went out yesterday. If anybody's a part of the Telegram channel, Traveling with Russell channel, if you have Telegram on your phone, it's an app similar to WhatsApp, but it's kind of similar but different. I did post some photos. And I haven't coughed for about 4 days either, and I'm coughing today. So yeah, I went out yesterday into Moscow. I met actually a couple of subscribers who are from the YouTube channel and from Telegram primarily. And we went for a walk down to the river, Moscow River. We actually went on an electric river cruise or electric river boat. They call them river trams. And if anyone might have watched the video from last year in summertime when I went on them, I went on them yesterday in winter, and it was really cool because the Moscow River is frozen over, and this electric river tram runs year round, and it breaks the ice as it goes through the river. And then there's like steam coming off the river because it's so cold, and then the heat of the water going through the engine of the boat. And there was only a few of us on there, only a few of us willing to go out and about and walk around yesterday, but it was really cool. Yeah, I just thought I'd just mention a couple of things. I can't read Russian, so if anybody is Russian in the channel, if you can type in English, it's very helpful. If you're typing in Russian, no problems. I just can't read it. So just in case you're wondering about that. If you would like to support the channel, the easiest way is to give a thumbs up to this live stream, or a like or a thumbs up. There's 36 already. I do have 2 screens here. If anyone's not watched a live stream before, so my eyes tend to wander a little bit to the other screen. This is where I can see the likes and different things. It's basically the YouTube studio of the live stream, if that makes sense. Yeah, so thank you for the likes. You can also post comments here in the chat. After the live stream ends, you can post comments below the video, and you can post comments on any video. If anyone wants to support the channel, you can do what's called a super chat, or a super thanks, or a super sticker. That basically pays into the YouTube AdSense and the YouTube system, and it eventually gets to me. If you want to do another alternative way to support, there is a description below the video. The main one, or the easiest one, is called donation alerts, and that basically pays out to me instantly, or the next calendar day, if that makes sense. If anybody wants to do that, that's obviously completely up to you. I know Melanie has always done buy me a coffee. That's another option. There is also Boosty. There's another option. There's quite a lot of ways, depending on where you are in the world. I do have donation alerts set up on my other screen. So if someone does send donation alerts, the last time someone sent one was 4 days ago, 5 days ago, 5 days ago, 6 days ago. That was when we did the live stream for the unboxing of the 100,000 subscriber plaque. And some people sent donation alerts then. So, and you can post a comment there, and I can happily read it out, of course. If it's a super chat, it'll come up on the screen as you're watching the live stream. So it's kind of nice. Where you get money of home in Moscow, 150,000. Oh, which money? I'd love to have some money. I guess I work, my wife works. I'm not sure if you're asking where to get money. You can get it from the bank. I guess that's the easiest place. You can earn money and save money. I'm not sure of the exact question. Dr. Jaith. Hello, I'm from Bangalore, India. I wonder if you're a cricket fan. Australia beat Pakistan this morning in the 3rd test. And then actually, I think India was playing New Zealand. That was a crazy match a few days ago. Mixoff says he had -25. Now it's -17, 11. Archangels. I'm not sure where Archangel is, but thanks. Yeah, it's basically a little bit warmer today in Moscow as well. You know, again, the same, probably similar weather. I'm not sure how far you are from Moscow. Darian, 32 degrees. 32 Fahrenheit, I think you're saying, Malani, right? Here in St. Petersburg, -17. Yes, I think it's a couple of degrees colder than where I am. Squeeze some lemons. Yeah, my wife gave me some tea earlier because she noticed my cough today probably from going out the last couple of days in a row in the cold. I had on a second sweater yesterday with my jacket, with a scarf, with a beanie, with gloves. I mean, it was nice and warm, actually, the way I was dressed. So, TW, thumbs up. Thank you. Thanks for the thumbs up. We're up to 51. Wow. Thank you so much. And maybe one more right there. Thank you also. Russell is great. ASMR is great. Thank you. If I'm great, thank you so much. Happy New Year, Russell. Yes. Yeah, so we basically got New Year on the 31st until the 1st of January, where we had lots of fireworks outside our window. I posted one photo on Telegram of that. And then I'm not sure tonight if it'll happen or not. It's a little bit hectic outside. It's actually been snowing most of the day as well. It's like a light snow that's coming down, which is nice. It's nice when it snows. It needs to be a little bit warmer, though, than this minus, 14 on my computer it shows now. So hello from Yaroslavl. Oh, you're not too far away. Dmitry, здравствуйте. Andy, hello. Merry Christmas. Thanks. Yes. Not too many people have wished me Merry Christmas. A couple of people who realize I speak English when I'm out and about, they did, but the electricity and gas price is stable. How much per month do you pay for gas and electricity? We don't have gas in this building. Most new buildings don't have gas. It tends to be only in older buildings. It's not as safe, I think, ultimately, to have gas in apartment buildings. So they don't put them in new builds very typically across Russia. We pay about, it's less than $20 a month. So that would be for water and electricity and heating. We pay less than $20 a month in our building. So that's doesn't really fluctuate a whole lot. Maybe it's a little bit higher in winter because of central heating in our building. We've got radiators on the walls with central heating, but we don't have gas. It's just electric, like an oven. So thank you so much, Lockbert. Thank you for the super sticker. Thank you. A red thumbs up. Thank you so much. No comment, but that's okay. It looks like you're holding a cup of tea or at least a drink. Anyway, thank you. That's really nice of you. $1.99. Thanks. Maybe you're in the US because it's in US currency, I think. So, oh, he wants to know where in Moscow you can buy a home for $150,000. I think you would struggle. What's that about? 150,000 is got too many zeros, have I? USD to rubles. 13 million. Okay, you can buy apartment, 1 or 2 bedroom apartment in a lot of places in Moscow. Well, 1 bedroom apartment, let's say, but 1 room or 2 room apartment. So honestly, I've not coughed for about 4 days or 5 days or 6 days. And exactly when I'm doing the live stream. Yeah, you can definitely buy something for 12 or 13 million rubles in a lot of Moscow. Depends on how big you want it. 1 room, 2 rooms. In Russia, they call them 1, 2, or 3 room apartments. In Australia, we call them 1 or 2 bedroom apartments. So 1 room apartment can not sometimes include a bedroom. It's basically like a studio where you'd actually maybe have a sofa bed or something like that. So greetings from Tennessee in the US. 40 degrees Fahrenheit here currently and raining. Yeah, so that's about 5 Celsius. Thanks for doing all the videos from Russia. It's wonderful to see this country from a viewpoint like this. Thank you, Scott. Thank you so much. Tennessee. Actually, I showed in the last video when I did the New Year's Eve walk around. Did I show the Jack Daniels? They definitely had Jack Daniels in the gift boxes, which were really cool. They have loads of gift box alcohol in the holiday time. So, hello, everybody. Jenny just got home. India played South Africa. Yes. Oh, not New Zealand. Did I just say New Zealand? India played South. Yeah, I definitely watched a little bit of the bit. I didn't catch the 2 overs where India got bowled out like 6 wickets in 2 overs. I've just missed that part. Love watching your videos. What were 3 things you found difficult to get used to last year? Get used to? I've been here so many years now. It's not a lot of things that are new and different. I guess if you're looking at sanctions-wise, things like using my card or my Australian bank card or Visa card, if you like, it doesn't work in Russia. So trying to adapt to the banking system is probably something that's difficult to get used to. More people in line for the bus to go to Moscow. That's always a problem. That's not really a big deal, but there's not really a lot of things that are different in the last few years. You know, everything's still in the shops, everything I can still buy. You know, where you can't, you can find it online. So it's really not difficult things or different things for me. It's around -2 Celsius in Western New York State. Storm on the way later today. There we go. A little bit of a storm. So -2, yeah. So we're the computer says -14, but I think on the phone it's always a little bit colder. That's the balcony door right there. But we have double glazed windows, so basically it keeps the heat in nicely. A random question, but I just wanted to ask if you have tried the Russian water. Pinecone wood. This is the water that you drink, Jen, isn't it? Pinecone wood. This is the one that my wife drinks. I'm pretty sure it's the same one, the Pinecone. I don't really have any preference over the brand of water. We have one bottle right here. We buy that from Krasnobyle downstairs, which is the beer and wine shop. For me, I don't see a big difference in the types of bottled water when you buy it in a store or supermarket or convenience store. So, but I know this is the one that my wife drinks when we buy it. We normally buy it in I think it's a 5-liter container. I've seen videos from above of fireworks exploding everywhere in Moscow. Yes, it's pretty hectic. Actually, from our window, this window here, I guess, or the lounge room window, some people from all the buildings nearby kind of combined their fireworks. And then if you went to the other window, you could see off in the distance in the different towns, people shooting fireworks everywhere. So it was a little bit, crazy for about an hour after midnight, and pretty much from 12 till 1 a.m. it was going on, and then it stopped. You can spot any fireworks. Did you spot? Yeah, where we live, we're about an hour from Moscow. We didn't go into Moscow to the center or anything like that. We celebrated here at home. We had dinner. We had kind of a table of food. We watched Russian movies. There's always a lot of famous movies on at this time of year on TV that they play every year. We watched the speech from the president, and then literally we could just look out the window and see fireworks. There you go. Yeah, gas is normally for buildings under 10 floors, where it gets too expensive. Yes. I'm a new subscriber. I've gone back and watched some of your first live streams. It's interesting to see where you were then compared to now. Your channel didn't take long to yeah, I guess a few videos here and there. If anyone does watch live streams, I guess in the last 6 months, you'll know that I've got this like live stream cough. It's very strange. I've been completely before I went to Australia, well, last month and the month before, I had this cough. It kind of went away from traveling and having, I guess, nice weather and sunshine and hot weather. So yeah, the channel's been going just under 2 years now. So Yash, how are you? I'm doing well. Thank you, Yash. All good today. I'm going to stay home. I'm going to do the live stream. I'm going to watch some of the tennis was on. Australia is playing in the I forgot what it's called, Nations Cup or something. It's a country versus country event, a tennis tournament in Australia leading up to the Australian Open. Australia was playing Germany today in the semifinals. So I'll watch that afterwards. Navindra Harun, well, my gosh, Arjuna Bersake. I wonder if you're from Sri Lanka, maybe Pakistan or India. Sorry if I'm saying one of the wrong countries. It'd be great to have a chance to watch a review residential architecture through time. Yeah, there's a lot of YouTube channels. You can look up that kind of thing, residential architecture in Moscow. Most of them will be in Russian language, though, so you'd be able to put the subtitles on. Some people even do specific videos about specific apartment buildings or specific residential buildings in Moscow. Jack's price is I wouldn't say it's in Moscow. I wouldn't say it's skyrocketed. It's still very reasonable if I compare it to Western prices of Jack Daniels. I mean, the price in Moscow is probably nearly half what it would be in Australia, dollar versus the ruble. I wouldn't say it's skyrocketed in price here. Baby Money, thank you. Love your content. Thank you so much. We've almost got 100 people watching live, which is really nice, and 74 likes. Thank you so much. And actually, I did talk about, this is something a little bit about donation alerts. So when we did the last live stream, I guess it was 6 days ago, and then 45 days ago, because I took that break from YouTube and I was in Australia. There was some sort of an error with it sending the money, or well, me receiving the money, let's say. Anything sending is all fine. And then it's took about a week now to get it cleared up, what happened with it. And they wanted me to send a screenshot of my channel. Then they wanted a different screenshot of the channel. I guess they want to just have proof that the Traveling with Russell channel and the link to the donation alerts is all above board. I'm not sure how many messages I sent to them and how many screenshots of my channel and the videos on there, and then I don't know. So it does work really amazing when it works, which it is now. So hope you're getting better. Thank you. Yeah, it's just today, since Jonas, I don't know, since last night or today. I think it's just when I'm talking a lot, consecutive like this, it kind of gets to me. Lost 6 batsmen, didn't score anything. Yes. It was like, wasn't it like dot ball, wicket, dot ball, wicket, dot ball, wicket? That was pretty crazy. Yeah, sorry if I'm coughing, and I don't mean to do this. California, 6.1 Celsius. Wow, that's cool. I guess it's early morning there, though, isn't it? I think. What's the time? I mean, 5 o'clock in the morning in California. I guess it's a little bit chilly. Stephen, I'm not sure about crypto. I don't really like crypto as a type of money or a way of transferring money, sending money. I've found other means that work very successfully for me. I know it exists. Some people use it and need to use it. I don't. So I know it exists in Russia as a means of sending money between countries. Now that the SWIFT, which is the money transfer, is not working in Russia. I just don't like it as an option for sending money or transferring money. Find any good paid jobs? Yes, of course. If you're skilled, it helps a lot. Texan in Russia. You're a Texan in Russia. I just do the YouTube. Blogging is where you actually do a written website. B for blogging, and then V is for vlogging, which is video blogging. So yeah, I just do this. Absolutely, there's a lot of people that have jobs doing teaching or teaching English language in schools, in primary schools. A lot of people do private lessons. So, so yeah, it's a very popular thing in terms of people that come here as expats and they're native English speaking. So yeah, definitely teaching jobs would be an ultimate easy job to do if you're good at talking to people and helping people with languages. I'm sure there's other people that are here that speak Russian. If you were to speak conversation Russian or fluent Russian, you could get jobs in other industries, no problems. They always need skilled workers everywhere in the world, right? the Polish part of Lusatia. +2 Celsius. Privechik. Is that the place or is that like Privyet? What kind of meals do Russians make with pantry items in a pinch? As a fellow Australian, you would know we make spaghetti or spag bowl. Is it true buckwheat is still such a thing? Yes, my wife loves buckwheat. Yes, she would do that at a pinch. Pilmeni, which is the dumplings, or dumplings. It's like a pastry with meat inside. Basically, put it in boiling water, and then you can eat it with a bit of cream, sour cream or ketchup. It's probably the easiest, fastest meal. Cold Industries. Oh, thank you, Mixov. Thank you, Russell, for your videos. It's very interesting to watch your vlogs. Thank you for donation alerts. I'm sorry I can't put it on the screen, but it definitely comes up on my tab on the screen right here. Mixov, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. Spasibo bolshoi. I think perhaps you're Russian, so thank you. So we do make spaghetti bolognese here at home. It's a little bit more things to do when you want to make spag bowl, but definitely pilmeni. If you can buy pilmeni in Australia, you can buy it in some supermarkets, mostly in continental delis, depending on where you live. In Perth, for sure, there's a few you can buy it. Also, just pot noodles. There's the different noodles where you just put boiling water in. You can just buy them in the supermarket. What else for fun? In a lot of the supermarkets, there's the prepared food section, and I've showed that in a lot of videos. And buy that and bring it home, and then eat it. And you can get lots of food delivery as well. I haven't been to St. Basil's Cathedral. No, I've been to Church of Christ Our Savior, which is the one further down from Red Square, the Kremlin. It's a little bit more accessible and easier to go inside. It's the one where they always do the New Year's Eve and the Christmas services that you might see on television sometimes. St. Basil's I've not been to, although I've seen it and looked at it and stared at it so many times. What jobs would be able if you speak very little Russian? I guess jobs where you wouldn't have to talk to people. I think it'd be very hard generally. I guess English language sort of jobs. Malaysia, moving to Moscow this 2024. We're excited. Let's hang out. Hopefully. Yeah, maybe join the Telegram channel, Traveling with Russell channel. There's lots of people in there, lots of like-minded, friendly people. And people in Moscow as well. There's people all over the world in that channel. We met yesterday, three of us that met up. We had an intention of going on this river tram and things like that. So we stopped for lunch. We kept going. Do you have a cat or dog? We don't have a cat or dog. No, we really want to get a cat. That's one of our plans to do. So it will happen eventually. Use a VPN. How's Gleb going? I message Gleb every day almost. He's in Kyrgyzstan right now, in Bishkek. He's waiting for me to come and visit him again. Maybe in the next couple of months if I can get a chance to go there. Gleb is doing very well. Thank you, Guy. Yeah, I just talked to him on Messenger, on Telegram chat. Pretty much every day we chat, or something about something, or post something to each other, So thank you, Nancy, for the super chat. Merry Christmas Eve. Yes, tonight is the Russian Christmas Eve. Sometimes my wife goes to the local church here on the midnight service. They have got one in the evening and then one a little bit later. Yeah, we'll put the TV on and watch some of the movies later on as well. So I think my wife's sort of preparing food now for a little bit later to eat. It's nearly 4:00, so thank you. Yeah, it's more for Zhenya than for me. Unfortunately, I still celebrate the traditional, what I say is Christmas on 24th and 25th, although it was a little bit different this year. We did it in Australia a month earlier. So it really mixed up what we're doing this year. So thank you so much. for the super chat. Thank you. What happened to the chat now? Hello from Ohio. Do you have any favorite New Year's movies? Have you guys seen the irony of fate? Do we watch that? Is that the movie Irony of Fate, Jen? Irony of Fate, which is the one with the two guys that go to the different cities. Yeah. Okay. Is that the movie? Jen's confused with which movie that is. But there's the one we watched where the two men get drunk and they go to the wrong city and then they go to the wrong apartment. I don't know the name of that movie. Hello from Ohio. Hello. How old will you be turning this year, and when is your birthday? If possible, 99 people watching now. Yes, November 3 is my birthday. I'm in my 40s. I won't give the exact number because it just sounds more. I feel older and older when I talk about it. So I think I'm reading the same things twice here. I mentioned did videos from inside Russia, but when I went to his channel, I couldn't find. It's his most popular video on his channel is just one that we filmed together. So if you go to Inside Russia's Konstantin's channel and search by most popular, the one with 3.5 million views, I'm in that video. Definitely 100% that video. I know he wouldn't have deleted anything or changed anything. I need some tea with honey. Yes, I had some earlier, but I don't have any at the moment here. But food delivery company. I guess I just use Delivery Club. That's the one that's basically got all the aggregated restaurants. So, Nancy, it says on the other screen here, let's celebrate their third super on a live stream. So I wonder if that's the third one you've sent me or the third one you've done on YouTube. That's kind of interesting. It comes up under the live stream, under the super chat. Thank you. Oh, that's pretty cool. Let's celebrate the third super on a live stream. I meant to put it not personally, 3rd of November is my birthday. I really should have like 4 birthdays so I can have a birthday live stream every time. But why message not real, especially from Russia, either miss. In the live stream, all the messages are here. Nothing gets deleted. There's actually nobody that's a channel administrator. What's it called? Where you got a little spanner next to your name. If you're doing comments on videos that you're watching, and there is certain words that are withheld. Mostly it's just certain words that you wouldn't speak anyway and type and say. So that's why they get held for review. So that's why. Howdy from Dallas, Texas. 42 Fahrenheit here this morning. I'm glad that you're back in Russia and doing well. I enjoy your videos about Russia. How did you meet your wife? We met in Thailand many, many years ago. My wife said it's the worst mistake she ever did. It was meeting me, but I think she secretly doesn't mean that. But yeah, we met in Thailand on separate holidays. We didn't know each other at the time. We met randomly in a bar. So, Cold Industries. Thank you. Good night. Good night, Russell. Say hello to Aussie Spy. Yes, he's a YouTuber also. Aussie Spy lives in St. Petersburg, and keep up the good work. Thank you for keeping Australian and Russian friendship alive. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Yes, Aussie Spy, I've met him. Well, we've done on his channel. He's got, I think, 3 videos we were in. He came to Moscow a couple of times. I think we didn't film. He came at least once. Maybe we didn't film. We walked around in Moscow a few times. We went to Vdenha. I think all the videos are on his channel with Aussie Spy. Very nice guy, by the way. Someone to talk to about Australia and the world and everything like that. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'll have to message him now, and I wonder if I guess you're his friend or you know him or not. So thank you for the super chat. How did you celebrate New Year? We stayed at home, watched TV, watched the movies. That's kind of going on all day. I actually went out a little bit earlier to film that video showing everybody shopping at the Globus hypermarket. And I brought a few things home that we were going to eat that night as well. So it was nice. Happy New Year from Melbourne, Finny. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I didn't watch the cricket today, but I listened to the radio. Actually, I think it was SEN 1116 Melbourne, the radio station. I listened to the cricket this morning because it was on so early overnight. I just put the radio on and listened to that instead of watching it on TV. Hello from East Finland. Minus 26. Well, you've definitely got us beat today. We had minus 26 a few days ago here in Moscow, so it's gradually warming up a little bit now. So, East Finland. I've been to Helsinki. I've been to Kavernamassa Yard in downtown in Helsinki. I don't know if it's still there, but I know they build the ships also in Turku in Finland. So yeah, definitely been there. The only words I know in Finnish are "noken in the koken." So if you know what that means, that's the only Finnish. Oh, and "olat kaunas." I know 2 sayings in Finnish. And here they celebrate Orthodox Christmas on the same dates. I've not been to Montenegro, no. I know lots of people from that region from working on cruise ships over the years, but I've not visited there at all. Nostalgia. I'm a foreigner here in Montenegro. Wow. Oh, it's short from Privyet. Privyet. Kagdela. Oh, someone's wrote in Russian. Hello, have you ever flown Lufthansa? Oh, my wife just brought me tea with lemon right there. Oh, maybe with ginger as well, I think, right? With lemon and ginger. Thank you so much. Have you ever flown I think I've flown Lufthansa once. And by the way, what airline do you fly with in Russia? And where do you usually like to go? We've been to Ufa a few times. Yeah, with which is the airline we flew to Ufa with? Utair. We've flown with them a couple of times. And then I flew with Avia. What was it called? Avia Sales? What was the when I flew to Bishkek in? Avia Sales? I don't know the airline name. To Australia, we flew with Qatar Airways. Thank you, Mixov. Thank you so much. Teaching is probably not a very good job, low paid, except teaching. Have you tried to find any job in Russia except blogging? I haven't, no. Yeah, I really should try to do some sort of video conversation English with people. I know there's a big market for that, a big call for that. I just need to find people who would be willing to do that, I guess. What kind of Russian tweets do you like? Have you or your wife tried hematogen? Do you know hematogen, Jen? No. She doesn't know what hematogen is. I just eat a lot of chocolate, which is why my skin is a little bit red. Other than that, I don't eat a lot of the other sweets. A Medovic cake. Happy New Year, JNS. Hello. Any Vegemite in Russia? You can't find Vegemite for sale in Russia. I had one on my desk here. I don't know where it's gone now. There's a miniature one that I brought back from Australia. Maybe it's in the kitchen now. When I got back and emptied my bag out, I put it here on the desk. So it's not here anymore. Yeah, you can't find it in shops if I wanted to find it. Good luck, happiness, and love. Thanks to continue the same spirit. You are wonderful and the best person. Thank you. Devochka. Or Devochka. Maybe it's like Devochka. And it's like some Chinese symbols afterwards. Other countries. Maybe are you on 2 different channels at the same time? How did you go with the viewing of the apartment? Oh, that was last week. We went okay. It was a very interesting apartment. The lady, then we went to go view it, had loads of incense burning, like really lots and lots of incense. And we almost got dizzy when we came outside from these incense burning. She was like burning them in all the rooms. It was very, very. It's probably not the apartment we want to buy or to purchase. It's in the same building, but it's a different layout to this one. We're really looking for this layout in this building. It was nice though. It was a little bit dated, and she had a lot of decorations in there, like a lot of pictures on the walls, and almost like all the walls were decorated in different colors, and it was interesting though. Probably not the one we'll buy though. We did yesterday. I went to meet 2 different people, Olga and Joanna, if they're watching. Trace for member for 12 months. Thank you for being a channel member. There is some stickers or some extra emojis that you can use in the chat. And Bearbull, who is probably exactly how long the channel is old, member for 19 months. Wow. That's crazy. That's probably as long as the channel is. I think maybe you were, as soon as I started the membership program, you must have joined that, I think. So thank you to both of you. Traceful and Pebble. Tracefall. Sorry. If you don't blogging, no, my wife does work. Yes, she was working today. She's not got as much bookings for the 10 days over the holidays now, but she's definitely working. I have to get to work. TW, thank you so much for joining us for some part of the live stream. Oh, that's very nice. Really and truly. In St. Petersburg, that is the irony of fate. A man called Zhenya, real name is Andrei Mayagov. Oh, that's the irony of fate. That's the movie, Jen. The world and yours in Russia is the last, right? Yeah, with the time difference. Yeah, New Zealand, I think, is really the first, or the Pacific Islands on the west of the international date line. How do you survive winter? Apocalypse. Yes. You just wear lots of warm clothing. That's the best thing. And then try to spend as little time outside as you can. So like when I went yesterday, we met at the metro station. We walked to Dream Island, and then we went outside and then went down to the river. We went to see the Southern River Station. Then we went on the electric river tram. We went then over to the mall in Zeal. Anyone knows that region? Zeal. And we went to, I don't remember the name of the shopping center there in Zeal. Riviera Shopping Center. And then we went back on the river tram in the evening with the night lights in Moscow. So yeah, it's no problems. You just dress up properly. That's the key to it. Make sure you wear all your normal warm weather clothes, and it's perfectly fine. Greetings to you all. Oh, we have super chats, donation alerts. Greetings to all from Russia, Nizhny Novgorod. I'm a subscriber. I really like your videos, Russell. We have good weather now, only minus 25. Come on, visitors. Good luck and health to all. Yeah, we had minus 25 in Moscow a few days ago, but it's warmed up slowly. Hopefully, we're on a warming up curve. I mean, if we can get to minus 5 or 10, it's much more enjoyable, at least when you go outside. And like today, when it's snowing, it's been snowing all day today. So thank you so much for the donation alerts. I don't read out the value of the donation alerts because I don't need to read it out. So if people do that, you can definitely put a comment, and you can put a name or anonymous if you like. So yeah, Nizhny Novgorod. Thank you for the invite. It's really nice. We've been in this apartment pretty much. This is now our third apartment in this building. So yeah, I used to do it in the, if you watch the apartment tour videos, this one is one of them. The other one with the green kitchen and yellow walls was the other one. And then the original one was the one where my wife had the apartment before we met each other. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Francesco, for the super chat. Hello from Brazil. Here is 30 degrees. Congrats for the channel. Why have you decided to live in Russia? I live here with my wife. She's just behind cooking dinner. So yeah, I ultimately got invited here when we first met. And essentially over the years, I never left. I went back to work a few times, back and forward, back and forward. We were in Australia during COVID. And then we came back to Russia after COVID, basically, and all of that. So thank you. I wonder what the currency in Brazil is. But thank you. Yeah, Joanna yesterday, who I met in Moscow, is from Portugal. So she speaks Portuguese, and I would imagine in Brazil you're speaking Portuguese as well. We met somebody who, when I mentioned that Joanna's from Portugal, he knew Ronaldo, and we were asking him, what's the only other thing you know about Portugal? And he didn't know a single second thing. So it was funny that he only knew Ronaldo from Portugal. I guess the football is international for everybody. So yeah, thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. Yeah, we've been, so I would say more than 10 years. Well, as long as I've known my wife, we've lived in the same building, and we really enjoy this place. Oh, Victoria, Veriatas. Hello in Victoria. Now, I'm originally from Perth, by the way, so Mr. Potato, hello. Oh, hello from Brazil. Yes, why have you decided to live in Russia? Because of my wife. And because my wife she said that she's crazy. Well, hello from North Wales. Elfrin, hello. I think that's a flag, and I'm waving to you. Thank you. Good morning, Russell. Bearable Cruising, hello. A little bit early for us folks in California. Yes, I was going to do it at 4:15, the live stream, but I decided to do it at 3:15. So I was actually going to do it for an hour later now, but I did it a little bit earlier. I've only been to the airport in Dubai when I've flown Emirates a couple of times. Do you know about the Russian tradition to watch Ivan Vasilyevich, Jen? Changing profession. Huh? Oh, I didn't watch this movie, but Jenya knows about it. So, well, we have Super and a few other grocery stores. Nothing compares to Globus. Yes, and it's a German company. It's a German supermarket. But yeah, that Globus is pretty cool. Yeah, it's in different areas around Moscow, mostly not in this. It's definitely not in the center of Moscow. It's outside the Makad or in Moscow region, where they have the different Globus hypermarkets. A lot of them are actually in standalone buildings, not necessarily in a shopping center like this one is that I go to. I catch the bus from here about 20-30 minutes, and that's the shopping center that I'd pass through to catch the metro. So hello from a cold Sweden. Have a nice weekend. Thank you, Andre. Yes, I guess it's cold in this whole region at the moment. Devushka, you made a mistake. Oh, because you posted twice. Leon, hello. I'd rather have lemon with more lemon. Yes, it's lemon with ginger. And then sometimes it's got orange in there. Sometimes honey. Oh, so it is. It's orange, honey, lemon, and ginger. Oh, it's everything. Is it hard to get a Russian visa? No, it's done online. You just basically go to the website of the Russian embassy in your city, and then you do the application online. You print it out. I think it's back to back. You've got to print it, and then just put the photograph and whatever documents you need to. It's actually very easy for the visitor's visa. You need to get a letter of invitation, which you can do through travel agents. It is actually very easy to get a tourist visa to come to Russia. A lot easier than people think. Vitali, hello. If that's something that you've written. Is it safe to go there for West? Absolutely safe. Yes, very safe, Leon. No worries at all. But I am Serbian. Oh, privyet. Privyet. Kako si? So it's my holiday weekend as well. Please tell your wife I'm celebrating as well. My mum's name is Olga. My family's name was Bozic. We have this funny thing about everybody that I know is called Olga or Olya. And yesterday when we met Olga and Joanna in Moscow, I came home and told my wife that, who I was meeting. And she's like, another Olga. So I have to name all the Olgas that I know. So, wow. And then Djokovic lost the other day to Di Manor in the tennis. Serbia played Australia in this Nations Cup. So yeah, in Australia, lots of mostly, I'm going to call it former Yugoslavians in Australia, especially from the 80s and 90s. A lot of migration to Australia with Yugoslavians, Italians, British. What do I think about visiting Kazan? Yeah, we should go. We now that we've kind of come back from Australia, we don't have any short-term plans of traveling. I want to try and meet Gleb in Kyrgyzstan in the next couple of months, if possible. If we go to Ufa, it wouldn't be probably till the summertime. Have you ever been to Far East Russia? No, I've not. I'd love to go to Vladivostok, just to say I've been there, to the farthest place in Russia. Well, almost the farthest place. But I've not been over there. Are you trying to learn Russian? Not. I'm trying to learn it, but very slowly. Let's say 4+ weeks on rail cars. You can fly to Vladivostok, Guy. I think it's about 8 or 9 hours to the Far East. You can definitely get a flight from Moscow to Vladivostok. They're more than available. You don't have to go by train. Hematogen is good for the blood. Knowing this sweet Medovik cake. Yes, I know Medovik cake very well. I've had it many, many times. Have I tried Ilonka chocolate? Yes, I have. I don't tend to buy Ilonka, though. Well, that's what we took to Australia and gave to everybody. I buy Alpine Gold, which is not even close. And this is my Mondelez, I think, which is made in Russia. Actually, it's not even made in Russia, this particular one. 762 is the barcode on the back. Right there. Usually the 460 numbers are Russian. I didn't even know that. That one's not made in Russia. What about creating the first steps in the Moscow video? Like how to move abroad, how to get the internet, rubles. I guess I could do it very well. Would it get views though, Joe? That's the question. I guess I could do some sort of like how-to videos. I did have that idea when the channel first started. When I did literally the first few videos, that was one of the ideas. No, it looks like every man who married a Russian woman do work, but very blogging. My wife doesn't support me at all. She does everything on her own money, her own job. Not at all. Happy New Year, Russell. It's around -17 at home. And yes, that's about the temperature here right now. Jana Reynolds, hello. Thank you so much. I enjoy your show. Thank you, everybody. 131 likes. Thank you. And thanks, everybody who's done super stickers, super chats, and then donation alerts as well. Thank you. This is very appreciated. It's actually, I think we talked about in the last live stream, right? It's all going to end up going towards the apartment fund and the apartment search fund, I guess. That's the key, I think, that we want to do this year. That was basically the New Year's resolution, is to try to find an apartment that we can buy and move into, and whatever condition, if it needs fixing, I'm pretty sure we'll need to do something to it, whatever we end up buying. And the bank has to help us a little bit as well. Hello from Olivia. Hello from Olivia from Sweden. Russian Chef 3. Hello. Maybe your name is Olivia. Or maybe someone is called Olivia. We definitely have a worldwide audience. Absolutely, yes. The people watching this channel, the percentage according to the YouTube analytics for Russian viewers, it's less than 20%. The biggest percentage is from the United States. If you're curious. Do I recommend working on a cruise ship? Or no, I did it for nearly 20 years, Sol. So it's difficult to recommend it as a job because you'll either love it or hate it. It's difficult, without knowing you or meeting you or getting a feeling for who you are. Would you be suitable for it? Could you basically pack one luggage, go to the airport, and fly somewhere for 6 or 8 or 9 months and live in a cabin, maybe sharing with somebody else, and do whatever job on a cruise ship? I mean, could you just pack one luggage and leave tomorrow? That's a big thing you've got to make that decision about before a lot of other decisions. I mean, if you're good at your job, I've said this a lot when I've talked about this, the work is very easy. The hardest part is living on the cruise ship, not working on the cruise ship, and living with 1,000 other people in close confinement, 3,000 or 4,000 guests on the ship. The command of people on the ship as well, because there's different people that are, maybe your boss, your supervisor, the captain, the chief engineer. There's a lot of people that are in that pecking order that you may be working under or not. You love Zil shopping. Oh, there we go. Riviera Shopping City. We used to go to the swimming pool there. It's on the station Zastavodskaya. Zastavodskaya station. Yes. Do you like the cold in Russia? I absolutely love the cold. Yes. I sometimes don't love it, but I think that's everybody, right? 6.5 days of the week you love it, and then half a day of my week you don't. We got off the river tram, I guess at Zil station, then we walked about 15 minutes to get to the Riviera Shopping Center. But the big circle line, Moscow Central Circle, Moscow Central Diameter Circle, MCC, also stops there as well. And then there's the Leroy Merlin that they built where the apartment buildings are next to the swimming pool. Yeah, I know this area quite well. I've been there quite a few times. I've caught them a few times. Yeah, I remember you being there, but never catching it. Yeah, they do it at like 10 in the morning and like 5 or 6 p.m. So normally if I go filming, I'm not normally there that late in the evening, 5 or 6 p.m. to watch the divers. But I've seen them, but I don't tend to be at the shopping center at that exact times when it happens. How do I adapt to the weather? I wear lots of warm clothing. Didn't even know that there was a live today. Sorry, David. Yes, I did plan it kind of in my head this morning, and then I'm the worst with what time I should start the live stream. So I'm sorry, David. No, we were in this apartment has a microwave built into the oven. So this is a rented place. It's not our own place. So yeah, we never got the microwave. Yeah, if you're an OG live stream watcher, I guess you remember that well. Minus 32 in Nizhny Novgorod, and then minus 25. So yeah, it's a little bit warmer. Yeah, there's kind of a point where, like when we went walking in Moscow, I went earlier in the week as well, and it's just too cold, where you just can't enjoy yourself walking around. Is this a New Year's special stream? No, not a special stream. No, just a normal stream. So mats, if it's not I wonder what Russian mats if it's not a secret. I don't know the question. Russian Mats. I know Mats Beamer is a YouTube channel. MATS Mats Beamer. That's a lot of questions. Texas in Russia. Yes, we are renting. We are planning to buy it. That's our goal this year, is to go find somewhere to buy, and with the help of a few super chats and donation alerts, that's probably the money for this will go towards a remodeling or fixing fixing whatever we need to fix it. We're going to find somewhere that'll probably need repairs and things like that. So I do YouTube. That's a job, by the way. Our neighbor's friendly in the tower building. Yeah, from the people I meet in the elevator. And then Gleb, who I knew until he left. His family's left now. He was in it was a different tower of this. There's 4 elevator towers in this building. So yeah, but everyone that I meet in the elevator, in the corridor, or outside are super friendly. Welcome to Sweden. Russia and Sweden forever. I think they were big rivals in ice hockey, weren't they? Sweden and Russia. What kind of Western Airlines in region? Wow, yeah, that's a lot of questions. Life in Europe, my gosh. It's like question after question here. I've flown a lot of airlines. British Airways. Airlines in Europe. I think British Airways. I've flown Finnair a couple of times when I went to the shipyard in Europe. Hello from Kostroma City. Hello. Здравствуйте. What kind of airlines in the Middle East? I've flown, Emirates, Etihad, Qatar Airways. Yeah, in Doha, it's pretty much only Qatar Airways that flies out of that airport. It is massive. Oh, Savannah, Georgia. Hello. USA says hello. Hello back. Yeah, there's a few people from the US watching live. Greetings from Tula. Oh, Tula gingerbread. Yes, this is something that I like. Let me take a sip of tea. Now I feel better. Look, notice that after I've had the tea, I'm not coughing. Channel growth. I've been following you since almost the very beginning. John, thank you so much. And thanks for commenting. It's very hard to keep up with comments on videos now. I do try to spend about an hour a day replying to comments, but I think I'd never catch up. As soon as I type some comments, replies, more comments come in. So, can you get lox or bagels in Russia? You can get bagels. You can go to a bakery and get bagels. They're not very popular. There's a lot more normal breads. There's a ton of different type of bread that you can get. Bagels are not very popular in terms of what they would be in America, for instance. One of the OGs. Thank you, John, again. What would you like to work with in Moscow? I'd like to work with. I'd like to do something with supermarkets and retail, which is what I've known all my life from cruise ships. I worked in supermarkets in Australia, it'll be 3 years ago now when we were back there. So yeah, something along those lines. Do I know anything about the Golden Visa? Yeah, I know it's a program they were putting together about people who were going to make investments in real estate or in businesses. That's about as much as I know about the Golden Visa. I think they've talked about it for a lot of years, and it still hasn't become a thing. Hello from Wales. Hello. Wales in the UK. If you go to cruisehive.com, it's a website about cruise ships. www.cruisehive.com, Hive. The person that runs that website is from Wales. He's a British guy. Well, I wouldn't say British. He's a Welsh guy called Emrys, who is from Wales, who created a cruise ship website. I heard it's difficult for kitchen staff. I think kitchen staff work hard everywhere in the world. Yes, Mondelez owns everything. Yes, baby products. And I think forever they've talked about leaving Russia, but that's definitely Mondelez. You can actually even see it right on the packet. I'll have to figure out where 762 is from. You have a great show. Thank you so much. Avoid P&O at all costs. Thank you. Exploiters and slavers. There's a lot of rules in place about working on cruise ships. I wouldn't say that certain cruise lines have different. There's so many, guidelines and public health rules. The Maritime Convention, MLC, it's called Maritime Labor Convention, which governs how many hours you can work, how many hours you can have a break, what conditions you live with. So maybe you're talking about merchant ships, not passenger ships. I've not met Finnish people working on cruise ships. Pretty much all the cruise lines I worked on, there wasn't Finnish people. They build the ships, though, in Finland. Shauma. Yes, I order KFC sometimes for delivery. There's one at the local shopping center in Aprelivka that delivers in about 15 minutes. The guy comes on a bike. I don't know, in winter, I guess they come sometimes by car, but mostly on a electric scooter. I've eaten shawarma a lot. Yeah, I've not had one recently. There's one at the train station next to where you get on and off the train. There's a shawarma place. There's a couple of them in Aprelivka, but that's the only one I go to. We order sushi for delivery. There's a sushi place that we found that's good. And then occasionally we order pizza, but really not really too much. Don't have a strong accent? Yes, because I talk on here a lot and I want to be more clear with English. So the Australian accent doesn't come out as much because I'm just used to talking to people in Russia, and it's easier to pronounce words more simply or simpler so that everyone can understand the English language. So yeah, that's why it doesn't sound as Australian. Oleg, Zdravstvuyte. Snow on Godom. You plan to write a book about your travel adventures? No. I keep telling my dad he should write a book about, he was working as a bus driver most of his life. I think my dad should write a book about his quirky stories that he keeps telling forever about working as a bus driver. Yeah, I guess I'm documenting things on YouTube versus writing a book about it. Feels like 62. That's not too bad. It's about 10 or 15 Celsius in Savannah. I think that's about right. How much do you pay the rent in Australian dollars? I don't know the exact number. It's not more than a few $100s a week. I know that. I really don't know the number. My wife does all the money and payments and stuff. I know the electricity and water is less than $20 a month. I know that for sure, and heating as well for the apartment. Am I ashamed of the Australian government? No, not at all. Why should I be? America in Russia. What's up? Hello. American in Russia. Sorry. Hello to you. Politicians are politicians anywhere in the world. They are who they are. In Australia, you have to vote in federal elections, which is the prime minister. You don't have to vote in state or local elections. So you have to choose one person or the other. Normally it's Liberal or Labour. And then it's the preferences then to the other parties. So you have to choose what you think or who you think is the better of the, as I say, the better of the two evils in whoever the politicians are who are running for the prime minister's position. And you just hope that they do a good job. And then right down through to the local politicians that are at the local level, so state. So we have a premier of the state of Western Australia. And then there's the Prime Minister of Australia as a country. And the local mayors of the different regions. So thank you so much, Francesca, again. Hello from Brazil, 30 degrees. Why have you decided to live in Russia? Really because of my wife. My wife and I, we decided while we were in Australia to move back here Mostly at the time we had some different things going on, medically wise and personal reasons that are probably not really YouTube friendly. The reasons, I'm sorry, but is it easier to live here? I guess that's a hard answer. It's a difficult answer to listen to say it's easier to live here. Economically, it's cheaper to live here than Australia in terms of the cost of living. So that's a big decision about moving here, or one of the reasons. Yeah, that's probably the easiest answer. Yeah, that's, I mean, it's, if you live here and you don't speak Russian, it's very difficult. If you've obviously got a partner who speaks Russian, it's easier to do anything, paperwork wise, document wise, for your visa and things like that. But if you were to get on the plane here without the language, it would be difficult. You get through it and eventually get around things, but it's not as simple as it really sounds. Love the channel, mate. Does YouTube pay you a livable salary? How many subscribers do you need to have a livable salary? That will really depend. Oh, Thai baht. I think that's Thai baht. AM. I mean, I always, I had a cruise ship channel before this one. So I was doing videos about cruise ships when I was working on cruise ships. That was my job before COVID and things like that, and years before that. And even at that point, when that got monetized, I was still working on the cruise ships. I was filming things, mostly the ports of call where the ships went to. I did reviews of the port areas, and then I did some tours inside the ship. Did a water slide review on the cruise ship I worked on. And I always had a number in mind, which would essentially have been more than what I was earning on the cruise ships, for me to not work on cruise ships. I guess at some point, depending on what your job is, AM, if you have a job, you have to kind of come up with a number that's maybe the same as what you're earning, or it's an amount that you're comfortable to live with, to pay the bills. That's always my first rule of thumb. If I, have a job, can I afford to live? Don't spend more than you earn, kind of thing. How many subscribers do you need? I mean, realistically, where you see somebody that's got millions of views and millions of subscribers, they're in a different league. They're probably paying people to edit their videos, to film their videos, to arrange their videos. I don't have anybody that does that. I don't have any sponsors or people that, this video is sponsored by whatever, NordVPN, or I watch some car building shows, and they've got, sponsors for the cars and things like that, and, the sponsorship for the microphone or whatever, XYZ. So yeah, I don't even get emails for that either. A lot of them are like fake emails or spam emails about sponsorships. So there's none of that, which would be more helpful for the channel. Pretty much any of the super chats that I'm getting here was mostly going into buying things like I've talked about this many times, about buying the microphone and the arm here, the camera for the live stream. Pretty much everything that I've earned through super chats, donation alerts, and things like that go back into buying something for the channel. Even my phone, at one point I was contemplating which camera to buy to film videos, and I wanted to basically make it a YouTube thing, like fan funded. So I guess it's a matter of, how many subscribers? I'd have to say you need viewership. It's not a matter of subscribers, because sometimes, only 10 or 20% of subscribers, watch your videos. And you can get a video where 90% of people aren't subscribed who watch the video. So it's a matter of the audience from different countries as well, who watch the ads, that pay the ad revenue or AdSense. I don't know what number of subscribers. Sorry if that's not a good answer, or it's a good answer, one or the other. Tessa, hello from Texas. Hello. Do you like to live in Russia? I've lived here a lot of years, Christy. So, it's like saying to Tessa, does she like to live in Texas? Maybe she's from Florida, and it's a different place, Florida and Texas. And to ask someone from Texas that, I've enjoyed the years that I've lived here. Working on cruise ships and traveling around the world and seeing different places makes it a lot easier to adapt to somewhere new when you come the first time. 762 is from Switzerland, or maybe it is. Maybe that is Swiss chocolate. Have you tried to read Russian art books or magazines? No, I haven't. No. I struggle to read the signs on the buildings and the names of products when I'm buying food. So reading books would be near impossible. I really want to move to Russia this year, but I have got no idea what to do. Do you need a job first? I would, the fat cabinet. I would suggest coming on holiday first, and come and see if you feel comfortable here. Obviously, coming in winter versus coming in summer is two different places. So minus 15, 20 today outside is different from plus 20 or 30 degrees in summertime. Even what you would wear, what you dress, the shoes that you wear to walk in, winter clothes versus summer clothes. I wouldn't get on the plane and come here. I would say to live here long term, you would need a job or some kind of an income. Absolutely would. You can't live without money, right? This is not really true exactly. Texas and Russia. If you work remote in the US and make American salary, you can live off a Russian salary. How comfortable you live or how much you're paying rent or mortgage can vary, you know what I mean? And what food you buy and eat. You can live a better life with a lower salary than in a Western country. I guess that's a very topical question, so thank you. Working Solutions, Health Fitness. Thank you. Merry Christmas. I met my wife on holiday in Thailand. We were on two separate holidays. We didn't know each other whatsoever before. I was in a bar and she was in the bar as well. We both had a couple of drinks and it went from there. Well, the pineapple seller, yes. Long time ago, yes. That was one of, that was a cool video. That's Gili Air, by the way, which we didn't go to this time we were in Bali. We were there in March for 2 weeks when we went back to Australia and Bali in March. We had 2 weeks on that island. And we sat at the same place that they were cutting that pineapple pretty much every day for 2 weeks. That's actually the place where we stayed at was the owners of that bar and that beach area right there. BDC is an excellent editor. I use KineMaster as mine. I really don't really have an answer to that question. Are you ashamed because of Julian Assange? I have to hope that the government does the right thing by everybody, whether you're an Australian citizen or Australian passport holder or not. I'm Hungarian. Oh, learn to read and speak Russian with Real Russian Club. Thank you. Look it up. Real Russian Team. Snow and Godam, Sergey. Здравствуйте. Snow and Godam, if you're not sure in English, is like Happy New Year in Russian. It's kind of the saying that you tell everybody. Thank you for the lovely live stream. Have a nice day. Thank you so much. Not just wondering, just saying thank you. Just wondering. Thank you so much. thank you, everybody, we'll go a little bit longer for the live stream. I'm caught up to the chat, which is nice. I hope you've had a good time listening to questions and replying to questions. Talking about, well, the cold weather. It's still snowing. It snowed all day, at least. It's not big snowflakes. It's just like endless snow falling, but it's not heavy snow, so it's not so bad. Thank you for an excellent light. Yes, thank you. I'm not going to leave just yet. I'm still here. What kind of cities I visited Ufa, which is where my wife is from, and then different places in Moscow region, Vladimir, Zuzdal. Yeah, that's an Ufa we really like. It's where my wife is from, her family, her father. Now, we need more info about your experiences of life in Russia. I don't have a very exciting life. I mean, I maybe think I do because I go out and do things and I can film things and show things. I mean, going out yesterday, meeting a couple of people from the YouTube channel and then going on a bit of a adventure for the day was very cool and was fun. And to go some of the places we walked yesterday I hadn't been before as well, which was nice. It's always nice to find somewhere new in Moscow that I haven't been to before. AM coming in with some Thai baht. Thank you to sponsor this live stream. Do you have any Aussie or Russian friends in Moscow who you hang out with? I have a few. Yeah, mostly people that I've met through Telegram and through YouTube. Before, when Gleb was here, my neighbor. Yeah, Aussie friends. Someone mentioned earlier Aussie Spy, but he's in St. Petersburg. I've met a couple of other Australians here who are school teachers. Most of us don't live in the same areas of Moscow or Moscow region, so it's not easy to meet up. You really have to kind of plan sometimes 5 days or a week ahead that we both aren't doing something. But there is Australians here, not many, but there is a lot left 2 years ago when everything went a little bit crazy at the time. So, there is Aussies here, and I have friends that I meet and go out with, and acquaintances, I guess. It's a little bit different here, I guess, because like friends that I have in Australia are more like lifelong friends, like school friends or relatives and family. Andrea, thank you. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. AM. Maybe do you watch Johnny FD? He's living in Thailand right now. He's an American that lives in Kiev in Ukraine, and now he's in Thailand. Do you like Ufa or St. Petersburg? Do you have a favorite? Well, I've only been to St. Petersburg for a couple of days when I've done videos, so I've not stayed there more than a half a day at a time. So I can't say that I've visited it really that much. Ufa I like because it's much smaller than Moscow, so that's pretty much why I like it, because it's not as populated. It's a lot closer to get around, and things aren't as far away as each other. So it makes a bit of a difference. And don't know what he should start from. Welcome to Moscow. There is no problem with jobs. 100,000 rubles. Yeah, there's jobs that you can get. Actually, if you watch the video where I did the order picker and order delivery person with the supermarkets, they're paying 100,000 or more. A lot of that's based on efficiency. So the picking, you'd get faster at it. You'd pick more orders. You'd earn more money. It's a nice job. I mean, I enjoyed that part of doing that because I'd worked in supermarkets. There's a lot of similarities in the jobs I did in Australia in supermarkets and doing that. I think it's all a matter of the skill that you have or whereabouts you want to work from where you live. I haven't taken the train to other cities in Russia. No, I've flown to the places that I've been to. I've not done any long distance train trips. My wife doesn't want to do that either. So if she was right into that and wants to do that, I'd love to do it together. But Yes, Vladimir is in the northeast of Moscow. It's not Moscow, it's outside of Moscow region. I don't know how many hours, quite a few hours by car to drive there. It's called the Golden Ring of Moscow, Vladimir and Zuzdal. We went there with friends in summertime. Very nice. We meet Russia sometimes because of you. We can shame our Western politicians because of the amazing posts. Thank you so much, Queen Streets. Or of your bravery. Well, I wouldn't say it takes bravery. To make a YouTube channel can be having to be brave. To even just talk to the camera, show things, walk around. Where do you live? I mean, in which district? And also, do you feel about... Have you met them? I live in Narofominsk, which is in the southwest of Moscow, very close to Vnukovo Airport is where I live. Not too far from the airport. Literally, we can sometimes hear the planes depending on the wind and the weather. It's very, very close to there. How do you feel about other smaller nationalities besides Russians in Russia? There's a lot of people from other CIS countries here. In my head, I believe, although they're technically not Russians because they're from Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, every Tatarstan. They're all part of what was the former Soviet Union. People choose to live where they live. There's people from other nationalities here as well. I mean, from other countries, you see a lot of Vietnamese, a lot of Chinese living here. Most genuine and honest. Thank you. The most basic. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't do anything tricky with my channel, with videos. I just talk on the screen. I go out and film things that I see and things like that. Thanks. Gingerbread Dragon. Hello. I don't think I've seen you in the chat before. Wishing you all the best from Hong Kong. Oh, thank you. My wife calls it Guangkong when she calls Hong Kong. Guangkong. Can you teach my 10-year-old son? If he can't speak English, I don't know how I can teach him. I'm not a teacher. I don't have any skills in teaching. I guess the best I can do is just conversation English and talk to somebody, and see how they respond back in English, maybe what they've learned from school. That's the biggest thing when you meet younger people for the first time. Like even on the train home last night, I caught the metro back from, where was I? Pecheniki station. I don't remember the name of the station. But there's a young guy that got on next to me, and I stood up for his mum to sit down, and she didn't want to. But I said hello to him, and he put out a few words in English. Obviously, he learned it from school, but a lot of people younger are very hesitant to speak English because they feel they're not comfortable what they've learned, Oops. Richard Taylor, since you were sitting on about 5,000 subs, you are making great videos. Keep up the great work. Thank you. There's a lot of people who don't necessarily comment on videos or maybe don't comment on live streams like this, maybe like yourself. And I see the views. I see the countries that everybody's from. The analytics are incredibly detailed about YouTube once you start putting videos on a channel. So it's really nice, to have nice feedback like that. And since 5,000 subscribers, wow. Have you met any Russians with Australian citizenship? In Australia, I did. Summer. Yeah, when we were in Australia, we meet lots of Russians. When we were here and there now, my wife went up with other Russians that she knew from when we were living there a couple of years earlier. Russians with Australian citizenship in Moscow, I haven't met. William, здравствуйте. Snow and Godham. Thank you. When I shared the new metro video, I got banned on Twitter. That's crazy. I also posted about the Russian high-speed trains, and they got very shitty about it. I love how you can just post ordinary, and it helps. Yes, yeah, it's a bit. I don't know. Twitter, I've never really got into. And then the same with Reddit. A lot of people like Reddit for posting things like that. I guess maybe if you've got other Facebook things, you could share it there. I don't know where Marfino district is. I'm sorry. There is so many districts in Moscow region. I wouldn't possibly know. Even where we were yesterday with Olga, who's a Russian from Moscow, even she didn't know some of the areas where we were. We were looking on Yandex Maps as we were on the river boat. And then when we got off in the different places, we didn't know where we were genuinely. So I don't know these areas. Are strangers in Russia generally friendly? Yes, towards you when you hear you speak. Absolutely, yes. Especially if they can speak English back. A lot of people get very shy when they can't speak English, which is not a problem for me, From working on cruise ships, and, the cruise ships get 3,000 or 4,000 people every week coming on the cruise. And I was working in a shop doing the duty free, and you have to be very quick to meet and greet people and, become friends or almost like a family with the guests on the ship. So yeah, I'm very easy to chat to, and I can chat to anybody, on the bus, on the metro, in the street, and if they're willing to chat back, absolutely. Even if you look on the Telegram channel, I met yesterday a subscriber from the channel from YouTube on the train when I was walking through the carriage to get off at the station. Somebody just said, "Oh, hello, Russell," and he got off at the same station. We went on the same metro, and we chatted for about 5 minutes as we were walking. We were literally walking to our station to get the next train. And absolutely friendly, yes. We can handle the truth. Thank you. I wish I was rich. I could get you on the BBC. Well, you don't have to be rich. You just need to get the videos shown to people, I guess. I don't know. I've been on local Russian television a couple of times. People have picked up some of the videos that I've filmed where I've shown, different supermarkets and stuff. Favorite channel about my city. Thank you so much. Thanks. I need to go out and film more things. I had this idea of trying to do like 7 videos in 7 days on the channel. But it's one thing in your head and one thing filming. It's different altogether, Have you ever come across any Mexicans or South Americans in Russia? I love your channel. I watch after my 12-hour shifts. No. Mexicans I haven't met. Oh, I've met a few, not Mexican, South American. I've met some people from Cuba on the bus a couple of times, on the train. Sometimes when you're like on the busy metro train, on the metro in Moscow, you can hear people speaking Spanish. And then generally they're from Cuba or somewhere in South America. So yeah, just people passing, not people that I know. She was a mail order. She was at a tennis club with her much older Australian husband. Oh, I played tennis for a lot of years at Fremantle Tennis Club. Oh, wow. Yeah, there is a Russian community in Perth. There's a Facebook group, Speaking Russian in Perth is the name of the group on Facebook. There's quite a few Facebook groups with Russians. They meet up quite often, go for barbecues, go to Point Walter, go to Kings Park, get together. Even in Rockingham where we lived, we met other Russians in Rockingham. Even when we were there now, we went for a walk down the beach and we heard Russian families speaking Russian. Yeah, I wonder what tennis club you played at. I played at Fremantle Tennis Club when I was out of school years and years and years ago. Went to the Hopman Cup every year for a lot of years as well. You have a very nice channel. Cheers from Washington, D.C. Thank you, Paul. 888. The lucky numbers, 888. Thank you. People love you for you being ordinary and honest and kind. Yeah, I think that's the thing, right? It's keeping it simple. It's called KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. There's a mentality called KISS. My tea is almost cold now, but it's okay. Oh, definitely stopped my cough there, right? You guys noticed that? Have you ever been on Trans-Siberian Railway? I haven't, no. I catch the train from Aprelivka to Moscow. That's an hour. I would love to do that railway. I need to do it with somebody that would like to do it as well, to do it and experience it together and enjoy it together, because you can enjoy that kind of a trip. It's a brutal, like 7-day trip, but it's something. I probably would do it one way, so I'd fly maybe to Vladivostok and do it back to Moscow, or vice versa. I probably couldn't do both directions. I'm trying to arrange that. If you're part of the Telegram channel, Traveling with Russell channel, then I've yesterday I met 2 people in Moscow. We went for Olga arranged the meetup, and then Joanna came along as well, and myself and Joanna came along with her. So she was the tour guide, and I basically pointed out some things as we went as well. Ordinary honest is the new gold. Yeah, there's a thing on YouTube about that the simple YouTubers are getting more growth on YouTube because of that simple and honest method of YouTubing or being a content creator. Do an interview series. I think 1420 covers that, right? Paul, there's a channel called 1420 who does question and answers. The guy's not even in Russia. He pays people to film and ask questions off camera, and then he edits the videos together with different topics. A lot of people don't want to speak on camera because a lot of people are worried how you're going to use the footage that you're filming. 109. I think you're talking about how many likes there are. 198 likes, I see. Maybe someone unliked since you put 199. Royal Kings Park, very nice place. Yes, Royal Kings Park Tennis Club. I guess it's Fremantle, or isn't it? No, I think it's still called Fremantle Tennis Club. They basically merged with the bowling club, which back when I was in high school, I played tennis after high school, mostly just social tennis. I played one lot of pennants, winter pennants for Fremantle Tennis Club. We actually played at Coburn, our winter pennants. I played one tie as a stand-in. My friends, I used to go to my friends when they played pennants for Fremantle Tennis Club. Christine Dorey was the coach at Fremantle for a lot of years, and we used to go every year to the Hopman Cup. I've been a couple of times, not played at Royal Kings Park, but I've been there to watch the different tournaments that they play there. When they do the different state tournaments. Simple science. So, would you recommend to fellow Aussies? That's up to you. Wow, you can't really answer that without getting slapped by somebody, maybe my wife or vice versa. So, it's a different cultures, absolutely different cultures. It's putting an Aussie in Perth and then putting a Perth person in Moscow is opposites very much, weather-wise, cultural-wise, if you want to call it that. Where do you like to walk in Moscow? Do you like to visit the embankments? Yeah, probably not really now while it's so cold, but definitely, yeah, walking from Vorovyeva Gore down there, where is Luzhniki Stadium, and all the way along there to Gorky Park. I've done this many times. This is the Red Line Metro that I catch, so I know that area well. Christmas kind of goes for 10 days in Russia. So there's a 10-day kind of holiday period between Christmas like 24th, 25th. Really, Christmas starts 31st of December through January now. So, hey, from MSC. Forgot to like. No worries, Jeff. 209. We've gone past 200. Thank you, everybody. Again, thanks for people that did super chats, super sticker, super like, a lot of supers. Then if anyone's used donation alerts, thank you so much. Donation alerts is the easiest and fastest way if you're wondering about how the money works with YouTube. Now, the way it pays in YouTube, the super chats go into the AdSense pool, and then it gets paid out on the 21st of the next calendar month. So you're always a month behind in the payment, if that makes any difference. Sorry for the return interview series idea. How about a show about Russian styles and fashion? Show on expats. Yeah, most of my videos, Paul, are title specific. So where I go to a park or a shopping center or supermarket, or like the river tram that I'm going to go back on that river tram that I did yesterday and make a video because it was really cool. And to see it in winter, it's different from summer. So I don't do really vlogging type videos, like that question and answer type videos. I understand the whole concept of what you want to do. I mean, there is other YouTubers that do that style of video as a whole channel. Yeah, tonight we'll kind of watch TV and things like that. There'll be things on the television. I'm not sure if my wife might plan to go to the church later today or tomorrow. She sometimes goes to our local church. So, show on expats. I mean, that's really a matter of finding people who want to be on videos. And, you know, it's, again, because most of my videos are title specific videos, or what I want to call evergreen videos, which will get views 2 years from now, versus, you know, I went to the park video, or, you know, where it's got a very short shelf life on YouTube. My favorite videos are about the ones about the grocery stores. Yes, I think we got the most views generally of the videos. I was trying to go to one in the last couple of days, but I had the meetup yesterday, and then I met with Joanna a few days earlier as well. So when I go out with other people like this, especially from the YouTube and things, I don't film anything. We go out and enjoy ourselves, and, you know, I don't want to burden them with being on camera or waiting for me to film something as we walk around. Hoodie blanket, which are so cheap. Oh, hoodies. You could walk anywhere. Yeah, is it hoodies? I've heard of them before. I think I've seen them on YouTube. Yeah, it's a bit difficult to send things from the UK to Russia right now. Well, in our place at the moment, it's 22.9. And normally because the heating was off earlier today when they were doing some things from when I started the channel, when I started the stream. It hasn't warmed back up again, but it'll get to about 26. If we close all the windows, 26 or 27 Celsius inside the apartment. 15 is very cold. Minus 0.3 is inside the balcony. The sensor that's attached to this, the second one, is inside the balcony. I had it attached to the outside of the window before, but now I've just got it sitting on the shelf inside the balcony behind me here, or over here. So that's why it's not got extremes. That's the coldest records. Minus 25 outside, minus 13, plus 13. I don't know when it was 13 inside. Have to have had all the windows open to be that temperature. Yeah, 23. But 26 or 27 is the normal kind of temperature in the apartment, with the central heating on anyway. 10 days is a lot of gifts. Yeah, pretty much you do the gifts for New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, and then today for tomorrow, depending on which one you celebrate. It's currently 5 p.m. here in Moscow. 5:02 p.m. is my clock time on the computer. And it's absolutely pitch black outside. It gets dark about 4:30, 4 o'clock, 4:30 here in winter. Oh, you talked to us yesterday also. Oh, Godzilla. Здравствуйте. I talked to you yesterday at the Electric River Pier. Yes. About the snakes. I really like your work, and I'm very glad that you like Russia. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Yes. So yesterday, if anyone doesn't know, when I was on the river tram, they call it a river tram, river ship, I met some guys. Maybe that was one of you. There was 3 guys that I met at the counter as we were waiting to board the boat back in the evening time. We went in the morning. And then we stopped for lunch and got back on again. And we went to the shopping center and had lunch and things like that. So yeah, wow, that's really cool. And you gave me that. You came on board and gave me a small gift, this little toy with the checkers. Thank you so much for this gift. I don't have it here, but thank you. Yeah, it was really very, very nice yesterday. The river in the morning and the afternoon. Thank you, and for commenting as well. That's even more amazing. Architecture, yeah. I mean, I guess I show it when I walk around the center of Moscow. I don't really know the history of a lot of the buildings to talk about it. That's the hardest thing when you go pointing at buildings in Moscow. Oh, such a good smile, so friendly. Thank you so much. Thank you. No, I've been here, well, on and off for nearly 10 years. So many, many winters. Yeah, definitely not my first winter at all. I mean, even while we were in Australia in November, we were there for 3 weeks in Australia. We had a week in Bali. That's why there was a 1 month gap without videos on the channel. I was sort of taking a break from YouTube while we traveled. I was looking forward to coming back to Moscow for the winter and the snow and the cold and things like that. So I was comfortable at 15, but guess who turned on the furnace? Yes. No, you can't send me a coffee or two. You can use donation alerts if you want to do that one. The other one is, okay, super chats is the ones, depending on where you are in the world. Super chats are the ones that are connected with YouTube. Donation alerts, you can, I don't know. I've not sent one to myself to know how to do it, but I know it's simple. If that makes sense. How is Russia? It's winter now in Russia. So there is definitely 4 seasons in Russia. That's very important. There's definitely a summer, autumn, spring, winter. Do you do any walking tours in Australia? Depends on the time of year. Now, while we were there, it was like plus 30 degrees every day. So it's a little bit warm. We didn't really walk. You drive everywhere in Australia. You don't really go walking anywhere because it's usually too hot. Donation alerts. If you go to the pinned comment, there is a link in the pinned comment for donation alerts. I'll even put it in the description here in this one. And you should be able to send things there if you want to. That's completely up to you. Thank you for the good work. Thank you, Cod Joe. Thank you so much. Lots of new names today in the live stream, which is really nice. And 225 likes. It's crazy that it's like 100 more likes than people watching. Maybe some people just open and close it. I don't know. We don't have any kids. No kids. Did anyone notice my shirt today? If you're from Australia, this is one of the Australian football teams. I bought this in Australia. These are the sponsors. This is what's called a media polo. So the players wear this when they're on television so that the sponsorship gets noticed. Bank West is one of the banks in Australia. Bank Western Australia, because Fremantle Dockers are from Western Australia. And Woodside Energy is one of the gas and oil companies in Western Australia. Huge company worldwide. Woodside. Have you made an origin video story of how you started? I haven't. No, I've been asked to do it so many times, and I haven't made that video about, I guess, how I got started on YouTube or how I came to live in Russia. Most of what I talk about comes out in the live streams at some point, slowly. 23 to 25. Yeah, so yeah, we're 23.4. It's gone up a half a degree. I'd say the heating's back on and it's slowly warming up. It just seems to be a bit warmer than it was earlier. No? Nothing is clear. Just kidding. I just did the translation to read what you wrote in Russian there. For Australian companies, I don't. Okay, well, like I wore this actually yesterday when I went out in Moscow, but I had another fleece sweater on top, and then I had my jacket on, and then only when I went for lunch I took my jacket off, and I didn't take my sweater off. So no one even saw this for the whole day. So, what's your favorite place in Moscow? I'd say anywhere around Red Square area and Alexander Garden. Where the Bolshoi Theater is, Kuznetsky Mosque, Lubyanka. I've been so many times in Moscow center that it's kind of just somewhere that I can go and walk. I could go every day of the week there and walk there and enjoy walking there. Sorry. Your English is excellent. Thank you. I work on it every day, talking on camera and on live streams. I can't change the temperature here. The only thing we could do is switch off the radiators. There's one right here behind the table. There's one in the lounge room here, in the bedrooms. Yeah, you can't change a percentage of the temperature in the room. It's not heat controlled. My gosh. It's because my tea ran out. That's why my cough is still there. Really don't have an answer for that, Roger. I don't really talk about these kind of bigger questions on the channel. I'm sorry if it's not a good answer to your question. Safety. I feel perfectly safe here. I've lived here a lot of years. I don't feel any different now to how I did when I first came here. I understand the situation. I understand what's happening, what's going on. In terms of going out in Moscow, or going on the buses and trains and into the city, no problems for me. I was just in Australia a month ago, so that was why there wasn't videos for a whole month. If you might be on Telegram, Traveling with Russell channel, I posted a ton of photos from Australia and Bali. It's hard to miss it if you've only been back a month from Australia. Maybe 6 months or a year from now, ask me again the same question. I watch a lot of sport on internet streaming. So things like the tennis and the cricket and even Australian news on the YouTube I watch. So you kind of do feel that you're still in the moment with what's going on sport-wise, news-wise. There isn't lots of things I miss from Australia. I guess family. That's probably the main thing, especially more noticeable now this year, last year. Home cooking, things like that, meeting my sister, kids, things like that. That's the things that you miss, not really possessions and things. Plan to go to the far east of Russia, Vladivostok. I would love to go and do the train ride, go and see. I mean, the thing is, I know when I get over there, it won't really be different. Okay, maybe population-wise, it's different. But, a Pitorichka and still a Pitorichka, especially shopping centers are the same shopping centers in terms of a different video. Do you get a lot of snow? Yes. There's not a lot. Moscow isn't well known for having lots of snow in terms of compared to the eastern parts of Russia. But I mean, it snowed all day today. There's snow on the ground. The snow plows are going on the streets, clearing the roads because it's snowing more than it has been. Yeah, definitely get snow. Love your apartment tours. Thank you. Yeah, I enjoy doing them as well. I want to do more if I can. It's just hard to get people who are willing to let me film the videos. You once said that you knew him. Yes. Greetings from Paderborn. Constantine. I've not messaged him in a while, actually. I know he still does videos every day. He lived not too far from me when he was living in Russia or in Moscow. We would only be 20 minutes by car away from each other, 15 minutes, which is very close for Moscow to live that close to each other. Yeah, we met up a few times. I mean, definitely if he was here in Russia, we'd meet up a lot more, and we would hang out if we were in the same town and city, But I haven't messaged him. No, I shouldn't. Now you remind me. Thank you. I'll definitely just say hello to him in a message. Wish him Happy New Year. Yeah, my Australian. Oh, thank you so much. My Australian husband's your fan. One thing. Well, it was about 2 years ago now when Ben was here from New Zealand. We went around Moscow a few days in a row, and he wanted to go to a fishing shop. He wanted to go to a camping store, see the shopping center, supermarkets, and he really wanted to see that if he could live in Russia versus living in New Zealand, and is there normal things in Moscow? Of course there is. And when I showed him the different places, he was I guess maybe surprised in a way. That everything is here. Literally everything is here. I feel more than comfortable in Russia. Yes. I can happily go out for the day anywhere on my own. I travel to Kyrgyzstan and back on my own. I do lots of things. My wife works, so we work around each other, schedule and things like that. So yeah, definitely feel more than comfortable here. It's not a worry for me to go out anywhere, go to things, meet people, go to events. It's not a worry. Yeah. What did you start your channel with? I started with my phone. This is my old phone. I still have it. I literally filmed with this, and I still film with my camera. I've got a different microphone now, different tripod, different cables, different things for live streaming. But I literally just film with my phone, and that's as simple it is to start a YouTube channel. Did you watch the fireworks? I saw them from my window on New Year's Eve. I didn't have to even leave my balcony. We're on the 13th level here, so we have a nice view of the town from one window, and then the highway in the other direction with other apartment buildings. So you don't have to go to Moscow to see fireworks on New Year's Eve, which is the 31st. I'm not sure tonight. Maybe there'll be some as well. So it actually gets too much fireworks. There's like at least an hour or 2 hours where it just is non-stop. So supermarkets in Russia may ask why you and your wife don't live in Australia, or is this too personal? No, we were there. My wife has residency, Jackie, for Australia. She has Australian residency that we applied for quite a lot of years ago, and that's all been approved. We were there during COVID for a year and a half. Jen's visited Australia 4 times over the years. And we decided to have a couple of years living here in Russia to try to get ahead a little bit and, better our life financially. It's difficult in Australia to save money. It's difficult to earn money, but difficult to save money. So we've decided to be here for now. My family understand, the situation, and, this is economically, financially, we can live here much easier than we were doing in Australia. The cost of renting and cost of living and cost of bills, phones, everything. It's not really a personal thing. I'm happily talking about it on live streams. Maybe I talk too much and mention too many things personal about our life here, but that's the whole nature of the channel and the transparent nature I like the channel to be. Thank you, Supercolor from Bangladesh. Hello, Bangladesh. MD Koppel. Merry Christmas to everyone. Yes, Snow and Godam to you as well. Well, Happy New Year, I guess that is. I'm in Ottawa, Canada, and our winters are similar to winters in Russia. Yes, cold and lots of snow. However, so far this year, we've only had a wee bit of snow so far. A green Christmas, yes. Yeah, we kind of did a bit of a Christmas party and Christmas celebrations in Australia while we were there for the 3 weeks, which is a little bit strange, with swimming pool and hot weather and sun. And We had basically a Christmas party outside at my sister's house. Christmas, gift exchange and stuff like that. So it was good. This is a good point to stay in Russia, right? Yeah, I mean, we have this goal this year of trying to buy a house or an apartment, let me call it, in this building if we can, where we live. And that's our goal and what we plan and trying to do somehow. I mean, through YouTube and super chats and donation alerts and things like that. That's my goal from the last live stream and this live stream, and that's what is going to go forward towards. That's the plan, and be able to. I think everybody, it's impossible to be mortgage free, especially if you're young or reasonably young. But we're aiming towards that by buying something here that's more reasonable priced than it would be in Australia. Thank you, Anonymous. On donation alerts. Russell, thanks for streaming. Thank you. Whoever Anonymous is. I always love and don't like anonymous posts because it always makes me wonder who it is. And then it shouldn't bother me, right, that somebody wants to be anonymous. But thank you for the donation alerts. Yes, Red Square is very beautiful. Yeah, I mean, especially on a day like today. Okay, it's dark outside now, but when the snow's falling, I mean, probably minus 15, 20 is not as beautiful because it's so cold that you're trying to stay warm. But if it's, maybe like somewhere about -5 to 0 Celsius, it's more beautiful because it's just comfortable to stand around and walk and feel the snow falling. There's a point where it's not as beautiful when it's so cold because you're just worried about getting to the next place to warm up a little. Valerian Alex, no, they live on the other side of Moscow, on the northeast of Moscow. I do know their channel. I've not seen their videos come up on my YouTube for a long time now. And their dog Sheffy, yeah, Sheffy, they call Mr. Sheffield, right? I know they live on the opposite. I'm in the southwest, they're in the northeast of Moscow. So it's a couple of hours away at least by public transport to get to where they live. I've watched their YouTube videos. I've seen things that they show their dacha and stuff like this, but I've never met them. I've met the Australian family that lives in the far east of Russia, in Siberia. They were in Moscow back in summertime. I met them. The Siberian Freedom, I think, is the one channel name. They've got a few different channels. Can Australians get a tourist visa? Yes, absolutely. Just go to the embassy website for Russia in Australia. They've got an embassy in Sydney and in Canberra. The consulates, I guess. Yeah, it's online application. It's very straightforward. Yes, you definitely can. Do they show the same TV program? No, the Russian TV channels are mostly government controlled. There's a lot of channels though. So there's a lot that you can watch on TV very easily. I watch a lot of stuff streaming in English on the internet. So I don't like kvass, no. I should like kvass. I've drunk it before, but I don't enjoy it to buy it as a drink. Like in summer, you'll see people just drinking it. I don't mind compote and the teas and things like that, but not kvass. We're almost at the end of the live stream, by the way. We're just past 2 hours, and that's normally my 2 hours on. It's gone so fast today too. And there's 111 people watching, 240 likes. That's just crazy. Sorry, I'm looking over at the other screen where it shows the likes. Igor in Russia, yes. He was from St. Petersburg, and I'm not familiar with St. Petersburg. Yeah, Igor, but he's not from Russia. Doesn't he live in Finland or in somewhere in Finland, I think. I think he's not from Russia though, even though it says maybe his family or he was from Russia originally, but he's not from Russia. From the UK, but love Russian people. I visited Leningrad 3 times and Moscow only once. Cost of living here is yes. Yes, Jackie, thank you. Yeah, the cost of living thing is pretty much one of the higher reasons why we're here. Thank you. Oh, live in the US now. I love the price in the supermarkets. Yes, I mean, the thing that I get a lot though is people go, "Oh, the average person can't shop in Globus, like the hypermarket that I go to." I mean, even my wife doesn't shop in Globus really that much. I buy things there more than she does. She'll buy things locally at the stores close to where we live. We've got 7 supermarkets within walking distance of our apartment downstairs. And then we've got 2 Rinuks or food markets. There's one at the train station about 15-minute walk away. There's another food market about a 10-minute walk away by the highway where you can buy more reasonably priced food. We've got a butcher where we buy meats from. We can buy hams from another lady, chicken from another lady, eggs from another lady. You don't have to go to supermarkets to buy things. What a compote is like, it's like fresh. Well, it's juice from fruits or berries. So it's kind of like cordial or fruit juice, but it has it's really homemade. So it's got no preservatives, no all sorts of rubbish in it. It's just some kind of a juice made from a fruit or a berry. Thanks for the videos. Thank you. First and last name. Thank you so much. You're a great YouTuber. Thank you. Thank you, Paula Maloney. Thank you so much, everybody. Wow, and 116 people watching and 257 likes. Living Shelkova, yeah, near the airport. Chakalovskaya. I don't know the airport, but I know I remember Shelkova. They talk about this a few times in their videos. Yeah, it's kind of the other far opposite corner of Moscow to my corner of Moscow. I have a Russian credit card or Russian card for paying for things here. I can't use Australian cards anymore for about 1.5 years now since Swift stopped working and Visa and MasterCard left Russia. So you could say I have difficulty with it, but I don't have a problem with it anymore because I don't use them. So I use my Russian card for payment, and then I've got it attached to my phone for payment. So, and then things like the phone apps, like for the taxis, it's linked to my card. If I do food delivery, it's linked to my card. So it's all very easy to use. Would only go in summertime. Yeah, I think that's a lot of people's thing. They either really want to come to Russia in winter for the winter, or they come in summer because of the opposite weather. That's definitely a thing. Netflix is not in Russia. You could use it via a VPN though. So if you just connect to a VPN, which is changing your IP address, paying for it's a problem if you've got, or if you are Russian originally, because they disconnected the payment facility for it. But I could connect to an Australian Netflix account and log in through a VPN. So you just got to go around in circles a few times and then you can use it. We don't use Netflix, by the way, anyway. So, Summer 3, thank you. We'll keep trying to make a small donation. Wish it was more. Oh, maybe that was your anonymous. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, in the description of the videos, there is other options there. I forgot what the others are. Boosty, PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, all of these ones. The more instant one is donation alerts. And then the things that are connected with super chats go through the YouTube payment. Same I do with FITV Pro. Well, maybe, yeah, my wife uses Evie. Evie is one of them. She's got a few different apps that she uses to watch TV shows. I'm happy using a VPN and connecting to watch sport, so I can watch any live streaming sport in English. So like the tennis is the Australian normal TV channel tennis, and the cricket is the like Fox cricket, or even the snooker or the darts or whatever, depending on where you're from. I watched the final of the World Darts Championships in England a couple of nights ago. Thank you, Jeff. You've enjoyed the stream. Thank you. Yes. I think I'm going to slowly end the stream. Wine to you can be translated in many ways. Thank you, Sanya. Thank you so much. That's so cool. Thank you, Christina. I'm not sure what I'm saying. It's cool, though. But yeah, I guess talking about the different TV channels and it working. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching. I watch lots of British TV here in the US. TVing. I haven't heard of that, no. Actually, on YouTube, I've been watching episodes of Bargain Hunt. I'm sure you know Bargain Hunt. And then there's episodes of Countdown. And then 8 out of 9 Cats does Countdown. I like watching that one. That's more the funnier one. Yeah, my mum and dad love watching Bargain Hunt. My mum in Australia watches Coronation Street and EastEnders. Do you like banya? Or I don't like banyas. My wife loves them, and that's just a Russian thing. I'm not a big fan of them. I've used them occasionally when we go around to people's houses, but I don't. It was never really something that I ever did before coming to Russia. I'm watching. Oh, thank you, David. Yeah, I'm pretty much done with the live stream. 2 hours has passed. Yeah, I think I'm gonna head out of here and see what my wife's cooked for dinner, and or what's for dinner. Wishing everyone in Russia outstanding good Christmas and church service tonight. Yes. Maybe some people. I'm not sure if my wife wants to go, and I'll have to ask her after this what the plan is for this evening and tomorrow. From here, I will be on Telegram pretty much. If you've got Telegram as an app on your phone or your tablet or whatever you're watching on. One last cough. Sorry. Yeah, Traveling with Russell channel. If you type that into the search on Telegram, we are, let me see how many people. So we're currently, I'm going to cause it to crash, am I? We're currently 1,841 people in Telegram on the channel there. So, and then there's, if you type a comment under a post, it'll go to a chat. And there's 600 people in the chat who chat very regularly. Even when I'm not online, people are chatting with each other. And David there, Fortuna Minecraft, he's a big OG person, original person in the chat. So, antique shops, Peter, yes. I'm trying to find antique shops. Thanks, by the way, for putting a comment right at the end of the live stream. I hope you've enjoyed if you've listened. Minus 14 Celsius outside, Pete, today. Feels like minus 20 Celsius, which is a big difference from when I was in Perth with you and it was 30 degrees. Yeah. Good luck. Thanks for the stream. Thanks you, Dimitri. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm not sure when the next live stream is planned. Normally I do them on the weekends. So yeah, thanks for spending 2 hours with me. I really hope you've enjoyed the live stream. Thanks to anybody that's done a donation via the super chats and different things on YouTube. Thanks, Peter. Oops. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Yes. By the way, that's my uncle in Australia, Peter Otway. I'm giving away my last name there, but it's okay. My dad's brother in Australia, in Perth, Australia. So, yeah, thanks, everybody. Thanks, whoever did donation alerts. Again, this is really going forward for, Moscow Cold said, small cup of coffee by donation alerts. Hello from Moscow. Yes, actually, tea or teas. especially actually yesterday when we got off the river tram in not in Zeal, in Pecherniki station. It's the end of the second line of the river tram. They actually had a tea and coffee station that they were giving as part of going on the river tram. And there was a guy there in a little booth serving tea and coffee to everybody, and part of the catching the tram. And it was basically hosted by the local government in Moscow. So yeah, thank you for the cup of tea. That's perfect. All of these different coffee shops now in Moscow everywhere, right? This one price coffee, fixed price coffee, star hit coffee. There is a ton of them now. Thank you, Dix. Have a great weekend, Russell. See you in the next video. Thank you, Christina. Thank you. Queen Street, thank you, Mr. Jamo. Oh, hello, Mr. Jamo. KP, I don't know how to pronounce this, but I know that you're a long-time viewer. Wish you good luck with your channel and be healthy. Thanks, Dixies. I think Sanya is... Oh, yes. The family from Australia live in Novosibirsk. Right. Yeah, the Siberian Freedom. I don't know their names, but yes. Lots of Russian comments right at the very end. Yes. Okay, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a good Saturday, Sunday, wherever you are in the world. Lots of people from all over the world watching the live stream. I love it. It's so cool. Really, it's such a diverse crowd of people here on the YouTube channel and then on Telegram as well. Thank you for the 278 likes. And thanks for coming to watch Traveling with Russell, a live stream. And I'll see you in another video. There's lots on the channel to watch if you want to watch something older. Maybe go to the content page of the channel and go to the oldest videos. Maybe watch something you haven't seen and watch how bad I was at making YouTube videos only a year and a half ago. There's a couple there that I did in Davlekanova, which is Ufa region. So if you want to see, some people always say, oh, you're showing Moscow. What's it like 2,000 kilometers from Moscow? That's Davlekanova. So yeah, check it out. Very cold, Christina. Yes, very, very cold. But it's actually warmed up a little. It was minus 25 3 or 4 days ago. So felt like minus, I think I got to the coldest I got was feels like minus 31. So that was the coldest, and that's in Moscow, which is not known really for that colder weather like now. So yeah, thanks everybody. I'll see you in another live stream. I'll see you in another video. Bye everybody. Bye.